Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Debbie Singleton, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I come to you live Monday evenings at 7 p.m. I hope everyone had a great weekend, and I sure did. I went to a craft retreat and had such a great time. I got to see some friends, meet some new ones, had a great time. So I left all my stuff there. Hi, Mom. Thanks for joining. I left all my stuff, most of my stuff there. So I got home Sunday and I was trying to work on a card there. And I left some stuff here and some stuff there. So I couldn't work on my card there for today. So then when I got home, I'm like, okay, then I had stuff there. And I'm like, oh my goodness, that was just craziness because I had half my stuff there, half my stuff here. And I was trying to work on an Easter card. And so I had brought in a few things home because I knew I wanted to work on an Easter card. But I had a thought in my head, but I didn't bring some of the stuff there for my Easter card. So I'm like, oh my gosh. So I brought a few sets here home. I thought, okay, well, I'll just work on it at home. So then I get home and I'm like, okay, well, now I don't have some of the stuff that I really was wanting. Oh my goodness, it was just it was a mess. So then yesterday when I got home, I'm like, I can't think about it. So today I'm trying to think about, okay, what do I want to work on? Still want to work on Easter. So Stampin' Up! This year did not really have too much Easter things in the catalog to work on. So I didn't really want to do outdated things, even though the catalog itself is kind of obsolete right now because we're going to have a new catalog. So this is not a set, it's not really gone, but I think it's in like the last chance. So if you go online, you go to last chance, you can still purchase it. So this is what I went with. It's called Storybook Friends. The paper right now is on back order. So I think the paper you're still going to be able to get on online exclusives. But I don't know if you're going to be able to get the Storybook Friends die set and stamp set. I don't know if that's going to be online exclusive or if it's going to just be in the last chance because I haven't really checked. But the Storybook Friends, oh my goodness, this is the stamp set. And it has Somebody Loves You, and it has Easter greetings, which is what I was going for. Welcome, little one, which could be used for a baby coming. Happy spring, so that could be for spring. Hello, friend. Thank you so much. Thank you so very much. And then it has all these Easter bunnies, and the dies do cut out some of these bunnies. And then the paper has some of these bunnies and squirrels and houses and stuff that also cut these. The dies will cut out some of the paper too. So I didn't actually use that paper. I used, so this, actually the suite came with 2 sets of paper. It came with like a 6x6 and a 12x12 paper. So I did use the 6x6 paper, which I should have bought some more because it's plaid and you can always use plaid. And the plaid has all different colors in it. So it has blues and pinks and, oh my goodness, it has all different, it actually has yellows, it has a bunch of colors. So you can use that any time of year for different occasions, for all kinds of different things. So me being the person that likes layers, I found someone who did kind of a layering card. So I kind of took her idea. And so let me show you this. So this is the card. So in the 12x12 paper pack, it has these little cutouts in it. So cute. And it has all different kinds of cutouts. Is so super cute. But it also has this really pretty pink ribbon and then these pearls that also are in this huge suite. And I hadn't really worked with the suite, but I was looking for Easter greetings or something that says Easter on it. So that's what I picked. This is also one of the die cutouts, which is so pretty. It's a little frame. So that's what I also used. So then I did all my little layers, which I love layers. And then I even layered on the inside. This piece, when you cut the 6x6 paper, you get 2 pieces left over. You get a piece that goes on the envelope and this little piece here. And so you use all of your scraps from one 6x6. So even though it doesn't fit all the way across, you still get the layer effect. So I liked it and I used it. So I put this piece behind a piece of the petal pink, which is what I used to frame this. So I just layered it on the inside. And you can also, thank you. I also just did your basic white. So then it's still got all the layers and you could either stamp something inside or you can just write your message on the inside. So there's my, all right. So, and then, like I said, this die set has a bunch of dies in it, so you can do that. This week I don't have to run kiddos. I just have to run my granddaughter every morning, so I'm so excited. I get a week off. Oh my gosh. I don't know what to do with myself. Although Wednesday we have plans, but, and then Thursday I go back to crafting. So I'll craft again Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm so excited. So the other cards that I make in are thank you cards. We will be traveling quite a bit this summer through my husband's work. So I'm going to make thank you cards for all the employees that put on the trips that we're going to. And I'm going to give them thank you cards because they are hard at work. Their job is to coordinate all of us to get to our destinations, to make the reservations, to get us places, to get the hotel rooms, to get us to dinner, to get us to our events and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to make them all thank you cards. I thought that would be a great gesture. So I'm making thank you cards while we're at retreat. That's what my job is going to be to do is that. That's what I'm making. So let's make this card. So that's a nice project for me. I'm not really sure how many cards to make, so I'm going to make quite a few, all different kinds, so I can bring a whole assortment with me and just hand them out to the people, and they'll have thank you cards for us. I thought that would be really fun to do. And everybody's like, oh my goodness, you're doing that. Now, a little tip that I did while I was at retreat. Oh my goodness. So this lady on our site, our demonstrator site, came up with this amazing idea for your ribbon. Oh my gosh. So our ribbon always is everywhere on our table or it's just everywhere. So she came up with this ribbon holder to hold our ribbon so it doesn't unravel and go everywhere. So that's another thing I did while I was at retreat this weekend, is make these ribbon holders. So you can actually it holds your ribbon in place. Let me see. Hold your ribbon in place. You put it through the little hole here and then you just pull it and it just pulls out and then you just pull it back and it just, oh my gosh, that was this. Everyone at retreat was like, oh my gosh, you saw that? Did it really work? I'm like, yes. So I took all my ribbon out of my craft room, put it in a box, and I sat and I did those for half a day. And that was a time saver. But I know it seems weird to tell someone I don't have time to do it at home. Well, I get distracted and off I go. So I just sat there and did that all one day. That was fun. It is amazing. Now I don't remember the lady's name. I should write it down and share that with everybody because that's amazing. All right, so getting ready for our card tonight. So I know, isn't it kind of nice to make thank you cards? I just thought that would be so thoughtful for me to do that for everybody because it's a hard job to get everybody coordinated and get everybody where they need to be and get everything done. It's a hard job to do that. I've actually had to do that in my previous jobs, and I thought it'd be so nice to have a thank you card. So I'm been doing that actually. Okay, so we did have a piece left over. Like I said, when we did our when we cut up our 6x6 paper to put on the envelope. So I like to first thing first. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I did want this. Okay. the first thing I like to do is I like to, excuse me, glue this on to my envelope so that it can dry and I can cut it, and then it's not, excuse me, I got hiccups. And then it's not quite so tacky. And I do want this side because it's going to match that. This is the other side of that paper. It's kind of cool looking too. And we could have used that side, but I really did like this plaid. It gave me extra color to it. Someone did use one of these sides. Sorry, my mouth is just not making out the words. Someone used this kind of side. It was amazing as well. I didn't think that this pink went, but actually it does now that I look at it. It does go. I was having a hard time finding the pink that would go with it, but I really did like having a little bit more color, my personal preference. But again, it's your card. If you wanted to use that side and actually do that on there, that too would go. But I wanted to have more color to it. So I'm going to put some glue on my envelope and then attach my envelope piece that we have an envelope that's done. I try to have a piece coordinate for my envelope. You could also stamp on your envelope. That's also to make that so you have a pretty envelope. Sometimes I have to leave the envelope plain because I don't have enough paper, but you could also stamp on your envelope. That would also be nice. We do have some stamps in here. So you could also stamp one of the bunnies or something on here, or you could stamp an image and that would also kind of tie it together. You could do something like that. So there's different options to finish off your envelope flap or on your envelope here. Some people don't do anything to the flap, but they stamp on the envelope itself. So instead of doing the flap, they will stamp an image here on the envelope. Stamp on the envelope. That works too, just so that the envelope looks pretty as well. So now that's gonna, cause see it's sticky right now. And so now I don't want to mess with that for a little while. I want to let that tacky glue dry so that gets, because see now my fingers are all tacky. Okay. So I went ahead and wrote on my pieces because there's so many tonight. All right, this is our standard size. You could do it any way you want. I usually do my cards. I don't know why. Every demonstrator has their own preference. Some do 4 1/4 by 11. I like the size. I'm strange. I like my cards 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. I don't know why I like that size. And then I typically like them to open up this way. I don't know. And you could also do it so that it opens this way. So we're going to fold that, and then we're going to crease that. And then I like to use my bone folder and give that so that it will lay kind of flat for us once we've got everything on there. And then I'm going to turn it over so that it'll lay on the side that we want that. All right, so that's our card base. And I'm going to set that aside because I'm going to start building on that. So I'm going to put that away. All right, so our first layer is the petal pink, and that's 5 1/4 by 4. And then our second layer is our 3 3/4 by 5, and that's the plaid piece. And we can go ahead and glue that on. And because we're going to build on our layers, I'm going to do this one just a little bit different than my original card. And sometimes I do that. I start doing things and then I like it a little bit different. So I think I'm going to kind of play with it a little bit. get that kind of even. It looks sort of even. Okay. Now I wrapped the ribbon around this before, but I'm not going to wrap the ribbon. I'm going to do just a bow. So now we're going to put our other pieces, our other layers. So this is Old Olive, and it's 2 3/4 by 4. And this one is 2.5 by 3 3/4. We're going to glue this on, and this is just our basic white. And this is really kind of a stark white, and I really wanted to not be so stark white, but I didn't have any blender brushes near me. So I think that probably what would have been nice would be to maybe blender brush this. And you know what? I wonder what color this is. Yeah, this is. I think maybe blender brush this lightly with the petal pink, and just make this so that it's not so stark, but just give it a little bit of color. That would have been pretty too. But I didn't have any brushes. And we're going to put this on just kind of in the middle here. But first, I'm going to put these two pieces together. This is 1 1/8 by 5, I think. By 3 3/4. And then this is leftover, so it's 1 by 3 3/4. And we're going to just glue these together. And then we're going to put that on our inside white piece. Glue these two together. And just kind of giving that layered look. And then we're going to glue that to the white piece. And it won't go all the way to the edge. So we're going to just kind of just give it a little bit of just kind of make sure we're kind of even. A little bit of, there we go. And that we can put on the inside because that we're done. We're not doing anything else to that. Okay, now we're going to put this together. So since I'm not going to put the ribbon around here, we can go ahead and glue this on. Otherwise, I'd put the ribbon on around this. But I'm going to just do a bow. So we're going to go ahead and glue this on. And we're going to build. Oh, that fell right out of my hand. So we're going to just kind of, hopefully that's pretty about even. Or we could put it off to one side too. That would be okay. All right. I brought out some of the critters. Before I glue that on, let's see what I want in here. So these were all there's a whole bunch of these little poke out things. They're so cute. So we're going to kind of want this like this. And oh my goodness, they just had some cute little things. And I don't know. You know, I might just want to stick this like, he's a little duck and a little rabbit. Even have a butterfly. Well, the butterfly could be up here. And put the bow over here. Maybe we'll put the bow up here. And the rabbit can even go down here. The duck, though, should be by a pond, and this is not really a pond. So maybe we'll put him here. Center this. All right, so let's stamp the petal in petal pink. Let's stamp the Easter greetings. All right, so how I can get it in there. I did before is I placed it about where I want it. Then I inked up my Easter greeting. It was a little crooked before. Hopefully I can get this a little bit straighter. I don't know that I put it on the block very straight. Oh good, that's a lot straighter than I did before. Okay. So, you know what, I cannot. I was going to pop that up, but I can't really pop that up. So I'm gonna glue this one first. I'm gonna pop the rabbit up. Okay. Gotta kind of play with it and figure out how you're gonna do that. So, all right, now I can put glue on the back of this. And you have to kind of just put glue just ever so gingerly because it's not very wide. You know, I'm going to get out my tweezers because it gets hard to hold this. All right. And then like a little dot here and here and here. Okay. Now let's put that kind of back where we sort of had it. Yep, that looks about right. Okay. Now I'm going to put dimensionals on my bunny. Have to have dimensionals. If you know me, I always use dimensionals and bling. Have to. All right, so kind of thinking he's going to just kind of hang out over here. And I just like this butterfly too. I just think he's so cute. I'm thinking he might just hang out over here. And I'm going to put a dimensional on him too. I think a big one will fit. I think one big one will fit on here. Okay, and then we're going to put the bow over here with my glue dots. All right, this ribbon is really nice to work with. It makes bows really nice. It's like a silky. Okay. Now we can put our, this away. And these dots are called antique pearls, and they also come in the whole big packet thing. All right. Well, let's see. All right. Now we can glue this on to our green piece. And then we are done with this card. And we have an Easter card. I wanted to do an Easter card because it's becoming Easter pretty quickly. All right. Now, I find it's easier sometimes to turn this upside down with all that. I should have put it on there and then built it, but I didn't. But then you can rub that and get that glue to stick on there. All right. So here's the card we made tonight. Oh my goodness, that's so cute. And here's the other card that I made. I wrap that around, but you almost can't see it, so it kind of made it a little bit different, but I think that's just really cute with all these little cutouts, and it makes it a quick, simple card. Whoops. Cut this little for our envelope, cut this out, and then we've got a cute little envelope also. I'm very excited. Our new stuff is coming in. I got my box today of stuff, so I haven't even gotten it. I just got it. My husband just brought it home from work, so I haven't even gone through it yet. Very excited. I got stamp sets. I think I got one or two. I got one or two stamp sets, pardon me. And then I got all the new color in the ink pads. So I can't wait to see them. Excited about the new colors. Very excited about that. If you need to get a hold of me, please feel free to do that. We got a lot of stuff on the discontinuing list, a lot of stuff on the last chance list, a lot of stuff went to the online stuff. So lots happening. And so contact me if you need to. We got a lot of changes going on, a lot of new stuff coming up. The catalog goes live, I think May 4th for everyone. We demonstrators get to preview it first and order from it first. So that's very exciting. But if you need anything, feel free to reach out to me. I would appreciate that. Thank you for listening to my channel. I appreciate that. And take care, and we will see you next Monday. Have a great rest of your week and enjoy. Thank you again.